Dynamic blessings. Welcome to the mini series 8 Mistakes That Keep Career Driven Men Tired, Overweight, and Unfit. This is brought to you by yours truly, Alvy Thompson Jr. And if you're like many of the men that I've worked with and continue to work with today, you have great success in your career. You're a big player at your company. You're an entrepreneur who is crushing it. You're a high achiever that's constantly reaching a level of success that other people can only dream of. However, at the same time, maybe if you've put so much emphasis and time into your career success that it's actually taken away from other parts of your personal life, specifically your health. Maybe your shirts don't fit like they used to or like you want them to. Maybe you can tell that your pants are getting a little tighter than how they used to be. Maybe you're not as confident as you want to be when you step into the boardroom. Maybe you find yourself getting a lot of coffee each and every day because you're tired. Maybe you don't find yourself going to the gym anymore. Maybe you're not eating as well as you know you could be. And at the same time, you understand that all of these things aren't just good for your well-being, but they'll actually help you perform at an even higher level. The truth is, the same qualities that have allowed you to achieve great success in your work, discipline, focus, preparation, are all qualities that you can use to transform your health and ultimately look, feel, and perform your best. In this short video series, I'm going to take you through the 8 biggest mistakes that I've seen men like you fall to. But like any important goal, you must have a plan. You must use strategies in order to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And in this little mini series, I'm going to break down the 8 biggest mistakes I've seen in my clients, men who are just like you. And I'm also going to show you exactly how you can fix those mistakes and give examples from my past clients. Here I'll break down the 8 mistakes that career-driven men make that keep them tired, overweight, and unfit. And I'm also going to give you the key strategies of how you can overcome these 8 mistakes and give you examples from clients and past clients of mine who struggle with the same things that you may struggle with and how they've overcome it. Let's dive right in. Mistake number 1, skipping meals. So how does skipping meals keep you tired, overweight, and unfit? Check me out. There's a lot of people out there who are big fans of fasting or intermittent fasting, and I love doing that as well from time to time. But here's the problem. When it's not done correctly, which it oftentimes isn't, you probably find yourself skipping breakfast, chugging coffee, and getting right to work. And because you're so busy or you feel like you're caught up in a flow, you might even skip right past lunch and just continue working. But then what happens? 3 o'clock hits and your hunger levels are out of control. You're going to find yourself grabbing any sugary snack you can to get that quick boost of energy from the sugar. And ultimately, when it comes down to dinner time, you're probably going to be in a position where you're trying to grab not only maybe not the best quality of food, but you're going to grab a ton of food because you're trying to catch up with all the calories and energy that you missed throughout the day. Because hunger is hitting you so hard at night, you're going to end up over consuming the same amount of calories that you would have if you were eating a good breakfast and a good lunch. This habit leads to weight gain, feeling stuck, and creating a cycle that can be incredibly hard to break. So how do we overcome this? One of the biggest challenges that men like you express to me is that you don't have time to eat breakfast. You don't have time to prepare and eat a healthy lunch. But here's the thing, that's a lie. But it's not your fault that you think this way. It's just what so many people say. Breakfast doesn't have to take a long time. Eating lunch doesn't have to take a long time. So here's 2 ways that we streamline this in less than 30 minutes total. Number 1, when it comes to breakfast, choose a quick, easy, nutrient-dense breakfast. Here's one of my go-tos. I'll get about a cup to a cup and a half of organic grass-fed Greek yogurt. I'll mix in a scoop or two of my Keon whey protein isolate, and then I'll add raw honey on top, plus berries and maybe some organic nuts. This entire breakfast is loaded with good fats, loaded with good protein, and ultimately it's going to keep you full and it's going to allow you to have the energy to sustain all the way up until lunchtime. Best part about it, it only takes maybe 5 minutes to put all of this together. By the time you grab the stuff out of the fridge, you put it all inside of a bowl, you mix it around, that takes 2 minutes. And say you take another 10 minutes to eat it, look at that, 15 minutes, you filled yourself, you gave your brain and your muscles and everything in between the nutrients and energy it needs to perform at a high level. The second key for lunch, an easy fix, is to make sure that you cook enough food at your previous dinner, make extra, and take this extra food and pack it with you and take it with you to lunch the next day. For example, if you make chicken the night before, make extra ounces, pack that chicken up, put it into your container. Say you made rice the night before, take that rice, pack it up, put it in a container. And say you had some vegetables as well. Take the vegetables, pack them up, put it in the container. When you do this, you now have an extra meal that you can take with you that took no extra time to prep. And also, once you get to your place of work, you can eat it and heat it up in a short amount of time and get that food in. Again, when you take these two steps, the quick breakfast, and then also taking what you had from dinner before and making it into your lunch the next day, you save time, you give yourself the energy and the resources that your body needs, and ultimately you're not going to find yourself overeating at dinner because you've sustained yourself throughout the day. Let me share with you how one of my former clients, Steve, a marketing executive, struggled with this yet overcame it over time working together. Steve was the type of guy who was extremely busy. He oftentimes found himself drinking 4 to 5 cups of coffee every single day, skipping breakfast and working through lunch, all in the name of productivity and getting things done. When I first introduced Steve to the idea of having breakfast and having lunch each and every day, he dreaded it. He thought it was going to take too much time and that it was going to take him away from getting all the things done that he wanted to get done. However, he found success, and this is what he did. He started to put together short, easy breakfast like hard-boiled eggs or like using the yogurt recipe that I talked about earlier. He also started to cook extra dinner, made it as part of his lunch, ate that each day, and found that his energy levels were so much better throughout the day. And because his energy levels were better, he actually performed at a higher level. He was able to get more done in the same amount of time and couldn't believe just how much implementing just breakfast and lunch completely changed the way he did his work. And as another added benefit, in just 3 weeks, he actually lost 6 pounds. And isn't that an incredible feat? Just by simply tweaking something that you're already going to be doing anyways, eating, he was able to get his energy up, his productivity higher, and he was able to lose weight. This too is available to you. I hope you enjoyed going over this first mistake out of 8. We got 7 more to dive into, and I'm telling you, this next one, if you can add this to your routine and you overcome this mistake, you are going to be at an even higher level going forward. I'll see you there.